Good afternoon, YouTube viewers. My name is Dave. This is my second blog that I make. Pretty much just an introduction of what I usually do here in my workplace. I work at a ranch. I'm a night watchman. Actually, I work during the evenings. You'll notice, and my eyes are kind of squinting. It's still daylight here. And normally, I work at night, but I want to let you all know that it rained today, and the roads got pretty muddy, so I can't go all the way to the back and check on the water pumps too much because unfortunately my truck's not four-wheel drive, and it rained pretty good where I probably wouldn't be able to get in there and get out safely. Normally I just drive around when it's dry. I drive around where the road permits, that I won't get stuck, and go check the fences, check the water pumps. We got a very large farm here, mainly made for agriculture. We grow a variety of onions to sweet corn, watermelons. We just finished picking up sorghum, so that's pretty much what we end up doing here at the ranch. Now, in my case, my only job is just to pretty much patrol the area. I'm not with any security agency. I'm actually just an employee for the farm, and they labeled me as a night watchman only, not actually a security guard or anything. Before this, I used to be a police officer. I was an employee with the county for over 32 years. Retired in 2012, and this farm owner here picked me up full time. So, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. It kind of rained today. I was hoping that it wouldn't rain. We've suddenly been having weird weather going on. Natural things have been happening recently within this month, and this is the month of, and this is the beginning month of September. Pretty much August has been a pretty active month for weather. The area where I live, which is in South Texas, we almost had a hurricane. It formed up there in the Gulf, and it started forming into a hurricane. The weather prediction centers were saying that it was going to hit Corpus Christi, and it wasn't going to hit towards our area. So it did hit somewhere between Rockport and Corpus Christi, and then stalled a little bit, and then went back into sea of the Gulf of Mexico and went into Houston, which is the famous Hurricane Harvey. Did a lot of destruction in Houston. Pretty much the majority of Houston was underwater. Then we got let's see, what is it? What's that other one? We got Hurricane Irma. And then we have a Hurricane Jose, I think. Hurricane Irma is still battling down towards the Florida Keys as we speak. Since today's Friday, 7:29 p.m. Central Time, it's still battling down towards the Florida Keys. It might be another Andrew, or maybe stronger. I'm not sure. Then we got Hurricane Jose, which is somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. It hasn't even entered the Caribbean Sea yet. That's already a Category 5. But what's kind of acting weird in nature is that somewhere in the state of Chiapas, there's an 8.5 earthquake that was felt all the way to Mexico City. According to the news media, there's a lot of damage done in Mexico City. And then we got one more storm that formed out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's called, right now it's still considered, now it's considered a hurricane. It used to be just a tropical storm. It was a tropical depression. It turned into a tropical storm. But since the waters of the Gulf of Mexico are so warm right now, any little small storm will convert itself into a hurricane quick, which is Hurricane Katia. Now we're not going to worry about that one because that one's going to head over somewhere between the Bay of Campeche and Poza Rica, Veracruz. So it's going to go directly west into a direct trajectory. The way I'm looking at it, it's going to pretty much head over toward Mexico City. So Mexico City is still recovering from an 8.5 earthquake, but now they got to worry about what's coming out of the east of Mexico City, which is the Gulf of Mexico, with Hurricane Katia, which is considered a Category 2, I believe. That's what I heard from the last report. But anyway, back to the farm here. It's been pretty quiet here. We've had a rash of well, during the time that we were picking up the sorghum, we had a rash of wild boars. We had seen some a couple of weeks ago during the night. Now we have here. Let me bring that out real quick here. Let me show you some of our little toys. We have what the owner had bought us because for safety purposes, we have a not a night vision system. This pretty much hooks up to my Colt AR-15, but this is a FLIR thermal imaging made by FLIR. It's a thermal imaging telescope. Pretty much, it can take pictures, it can take video, and take it over to a DVR. I usually just use it manually without hooking it up to the AR-15, but just as it is at night, I can see pretty well at night with this. When you want to see an animal or a human being, this thing picks up the warmness of the blood, the warmness of our hands. If we actually touch something, and we look at it through there, we can actually look at the fingerprints. It leaves a signature behind. So with this, from very far away, I can locate any trespasser that's out there in the ranch area. Now, we've been having a little bit of a problem of illegal aliens that are crossing over from Mexico. Now, it's not just Mexican people. We're looking at Chinese people. I bumped into Chinese families. I bumped into all sorts of races, not just Hispanic people or not just Mexican people. But with this, I'm able to see them all the way from the thickness of the night. I mean, I can distinguish a body by just the heat signature of their blood. It doesn't matter if they're hiding behind a tree or behind some tires or whatever's hidden out there at night. This sucker here will pick it up. This little toy ended up costing the owner about $6,000. So I actually take care of it very well. It's a toy meant for me, for my own safety, but I'm able to see at night. I can see anything. If there's anybody out there, I can pick them up with this. Night vision is nice, but thermal imaging is the best. Anyways, I want to conclude this video and just ask you, if you like this portion of the video, press like in the bottom there and subscribe to my channel. This is going to be my second blog that I end up doing. I'm going to try to do one every day, basically about 10 minutes or so. Just let you all know what goes on out here in the South Texas ranches. And y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good weekend. If you guys are in Florida, y'all take care. Be safe out there. The very dangerous storm coming your way. And y'all have a nice weekend.